Good day. My name is Pat Enox. I'm here to explain a little bit on how to wear personal protective equipment when you are looking to provide yourself some protection from the COVID-19 virus. First and foremost, personal protective equipment should only be used as a last resort. It is there to provide a barrier between you and the substance. You must heed the guidance from our federal, state, and local officials. Those guidance that they have instituted are what us in the health and safety industry identify as controls. Controls of social distancing, controls ensuring that you shelter in place, controls ensuring that you stay 6 feet away. All these control measures and keeping yourself away from other individuals, those are going to be the primary way we are going to beat this virus and return to a more normal lifestyle. That being said, should you need to wear personal protective equipment, the basic types of equipment that you're going to be having are 3 types. We have the mask. This one happens to be a regular dust mask, wipes, and gloves. These gloves are nitrile. I would also stipulate I wear nitrile because nitrile tends to be less of an allergen to people. A lot of people tend to have a latex allergy. That is, you get rash and dermatitis. Simply put, let's look at how we're going to protect ourselves and wear this equipment. First, washing the hands. Washing the hands, that's another control that we're going to implement to ensure that we're not contaminating. Our hands goes everywhere. So we wash our hands, the happy birthday 20-second rule. Use soap and water. Soap and water is adequate to remove the virus as long as we get the whole hand. No need of antibacterial soap. There again, hand sanitizer is only when you cannot wash your hands. Hand sanitizer contains 60 to 70% isopropyl alcohol, which removes the moisture from your skin. So over long periods of time, your skin could dry out. That's another story. Let's look at washing our hands. Washing our hands, water, preferably at a temperature of 110 degrees Fahrenheit. We wet our hands thoroughly. We then apply a soap, washing the entire surface, including each appendage and the thumbs, each appendage. On the other hand, thumbs, washing again, singing happy birthday. After we're done, we will then thoroughly rinse the soap and water off at approximately 20 seconds. We then, if you are going to dry them, I recommend using a sterile or sanitized towelette, something that no one has touched, and then pad your hands thoroughly to their dry once they're dry. Then we will then place our first gloves. Gloves, they should also be sanitized directly from the box. We'll put our first hand in. Always inspect your personal protective equipment. Make sure that there's no holes, wrist tears, brittleness. And you will don the first initial pair of gloves. Secondly, we will then put our mask on. This, like I said, is a regular dust mask. Some of the dust masks that, or the respirators, such as the N95s, P100s, or other half mask or, excuse me, full face respirators, they will go on in a similar fashion, but you would just adjust differently. So, the surgical mask, I will then put in the palm of my hands. I will then put over my face. Putting it over my hair, adjusting it properly, making sure that it's on. And I will then do a couple of items, just ensuring that it's fitted to my face. If you see the metallic bar here, we're going to bend that down around the nose. And then we will do 2 self-checks. First self-check is called the positive test. We will take our hands out and we will blow out from the mask. We would just build up a little pressure to make sure we don't have any leakage anywhere from the outer areas. The second thing what we will do is we'll do a negative pressure test. Suck in, hold, and it should hold negatively for 10 seconds. Obviously, the dust mask here will not perform those because it is simply a dust mask. But we want to make sure it's over our face. Once the face mask is on, then what I will do is I am going to use a second layer of gloves. This gives us additional protection. And in the event that the outer gloves tears, rips, then we can have an inner layer to protect ourselves. Okay. Okay. In certain conditions, if you were in the medical field or other cases, you would also need to protect your eyes with a face shield as well as eye goggles, things of that nature. Once I have them on, now I'm ready to go. Once I've done the work or whatever I need to do, I can then begin to do what we call the doffing procedure or removal procedure. I will first take the outer portion of the glove off. Now, once I have taken the one glove off from the outside, I take my thumb from the inside and remove that. So now I have taken the exposed gloves off. These should still be clean, so I can continue wearing these. Once I continue wearing these, obviously the mask has been exposed to the air, so that's why I want to still have my protection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to put my hand around the band, hold the mask with the gloves, and remove, pulling away from my face. Then, finally, once I've removed that, then what I am going to do is remove the inner gloves. Same from the outside, and then removing from the inside and pulling them off. Couple things. When wearing any type of respirator, tight-fitting respirator as defined by OSHA or NIOSH, you must be clean shaven in all areas where the mask sits to the face. It is very important. If you are wearing any type of respirator and not clean shaven, that respirator or mask is not giving you any protection whatsoever. Thank you for your time and effort. I hope this video has been interesting and informative. And let's get through this together and see you on the other side. Thank you.